going on, guys? Edward here, back with another video. Okay, so this was the actual news today for the FOMC Press Conference. This is what happened pretty much with this news. So you might have noticed, that the stocks pretty much skyrocket. Indices as well, of course, after being ugly as hell, for about 2 days. Well, in this consolidation right here. Was pretty much for about 2 days, for Monday and Tuesday, and it's skyrocketing today, in that specific area. So I'll tell you, a lot of a struggle from the moment I actually send this setup basically to the VIP group. After seeing this huge push right here, I was thinking, okay, that's a nice, interesting area. It's a nice demand zone. The price was climbing back on top and retesting the 33,000 psychological level, and after that the price was giving me an entry point right here where I was actually going in, stop below the right shoulder, and after that the market was just it was just not doing anything at all. It was just coming back down, retesting here the price again. So it was like that those 2 days, pretty much not doing anything. They were pretty much waiting for the Feds to start talking, and of course it did affect. I was kind of expecting the market to actually drop right here, to be honest. I was more into, I know that I would follow, by nature I would follow my price action. I'd rather follow my price action 100% of the times than fundamentals, the news. I to be honest, I don't like paying attention to news. I don't like following news as, how can I say, I'd rather stick to my price action. That's all. I'd rather, if I see a head and shoulder, if I see a bearish flag, if I see a breakout of a structure, retesting, and I see my trigger, my entry, I'd rather follow that than paying attention to the actual news, because things can get really ugly and really messed up. Like, for example, right here you can see that by the time this guy started talking, of course he was maybe 10 minutes, 20 minutes, while he was talking, the market was just, you see, it was very slow. There was nothing right here, nothing, and then boom, he started talking, and the market was just up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, a lot of indecision, until finally it just started skyrocketing. So it could have, like this candle, maybe, this drop right here, this big drop, if you are an aggressive trader, you don't like waiting for candles to close, maybe right here this one caught you on a sale. I would say a lot of people were just going crazy right here. Maybe, oh, that candle closed bullish, I'm gonna go in, and my stop here, and this candle right here, it closed bearish right here, I'm gonna go selling right here. I know for sure a lot of people were actually doing that, and the market was just up and down, until finally just started pushing up. So to be honest, I don't like trading like that. For a point, my US 30 setup, I was truly believing this thing was actually going to push up, and I wanted to see this thing just immediately right there, break the neckline, retesting, and maybe just continuation. All right, if you're gonna go a little slower and then maybe coming back to retest this area, and then maybe today pushing up, okay, then that would have been nice. Maybe in a different scenario, if we didn't have any type of earnings report, war in Ukraine, inflation in the United States, if we didn't have all of that crap right now going on, most likely this is what would have happened pretty much from the first moment the price broke the neckline. But of course, we are in a different thing right now. This is new for most of us. I'm sure in our trading career, depending on for how long you've been trading, at least myself, for a little over 3 years of trading, I have never experienced a war, like we are having currently in Ukraine. and it's affecting a lot of things, and not just that as well, but the inflation that started this year on January. So during this 3.5 years, I would say almost 3.5 years, I've never experienced that. So this is new. This is technically new to me. So we have to adapt and understand now how the market moves. Like, being honest with you, what I'm gonna do from this point on is I will try not to trade um, whenever their earnings report. I will try not to trade. To be honest, if it's a week or two, I will try to maybe just jumping in with very small lot size, like I was doing this last 2 weeks, and or maybe just don't trading at all. Not don't trade at all, because I don't like when the market gets like this. It's very choppy. I don't like this type of things, and that's one of the things most of you guys don't understand, is the psychology point in this area, and understanding that if the market is like this, you're most likely getting into buys, as I mentioned, aggressively, because you think now it's going to push up, but then all of a sudden you see now that it's going to sell, and then it's switching again, and now you're changing your mind again to a buy. You're like, holy shit, I shouldn't have closed this buy after all. And then it's gonna mess up with your psychology. So if you're disciplined and you say to yourself, look, I'm not gonna get in if the market is choppy. That's it. It's your rule. It's your plan. Follow it. Stick to your plan. Stick to your plan. So my plan right now, and for the next quarter, I will be paying attention a lot into this type of things, into this quarters, and more, and of course more this year, because we're having a lot of, as I mentioned, inflation in the United States, which it wasn't before, at least in these 3 years that I've been trading. And as a matter of fact, I've been trading indices for less than that, because I started with Forex. I was trading pairs. So since I started trading indices, this is something very new to me. If you're much older than me, maybe you've been trading for, I don't know, maybe 6-7 years, indices, you may have seen this before, maybe, but for me personally, I haven't seen this type of things going on. That when it comes to the inflation, now the war in Ukraine, and this earnings report every 3 months, I didn't experience this type of craziness, but it is what it is. Let me show you the S&P 500. Also, this was a setup that I sent to the team on the VIP group. I did not getting into this one, because I was already in on US 30. So I didn't get in on S&P, but I told my team that, hey, if you guys want to jump in on this one, just be careful. It's a good setup anyways. It's a nice head and shoulder as well, with a certain angle. But the market ended up skyrocketing, of course, with the actual news. Let's see what's going to happen now. But that was pretty much it. This is what happened to me today on Nasdaq, because I was having a different scenario. I was seeing a little, of course, this channel, right? We are in this downtrend. So if I'm on a downtrend and I spot something nice to sell, I will most likely get in on a sell, And so I was trying to follow price action again. It's just that because the market has been very choppy, is not showing an actual clear direction, and that's very messed up, right? So what you're seeing right here is, this is what I was seeing. I was seeing a supply zone after the market dropped right here, very big 2 candles, right? Nice. Remember, we don't move the market like that. This is pretty much institutions, banks, big guys actually selling this thing. So a big sell out here, the price pulled back. Okay, now I spotted a few confluences right here. I spotted the price was actually touching my golden zone right here. It was touching a previous resistance, a previous support. Now it's becoming a resistance. I saw a lot of struggle to continue going up right here, and then I saw that bearish candle. Right, as soon as I saw that bearish engulfing right there, I was in with a very small lot size again, because I'm not trusting the markets as much, this day. So When I got in, I was aiming at least. I was thinking, okay, well, maybe with the FOMC news, the market, everything that I was seeing, it was pretty much negative. Everything that I was seeing, all type of news that I was reading, it was talking about the inflation. It's still very high, and blah blah blah. So everything was aiming to me that the market could actually continue crashing by the time the news were coming out. But of course, I made that entry, that sell right here, and after a few hours, the market just started, skyrocketing due to the news. So this was my actual setup for selling. The other setup on Nasdaq for buying was something like this. Instead of this supply zone, we're seeing multiple things right here. To be honest, we're seeing multiple things. We're seeing that supply area, potential supply area, and we're also seeing that potential demand zone right here, which is this big push. Price retesting. The price is actually climbing back on top of the 13,000 psychological level on Nasdaq, right? And so it retested, and then skyrocket after that. So we had two areas. So there's always, sometimes more clear than others, but there's always two scenarios, right? The price either will go up or will go down. Okay. Of course, because I was on my downtrend, right? I was in a downtrend. I decided just to go with the sell. I decided to actually go with this particular sell, which was this one right here. Right? Again, very small lot size. But then, boom, the market instead of it started pushing up, which was the previous setup right here that I was thinking. The market could potentially, after the breakout, retest, and boom, continuation. Now, let's see what's going to do in this area. Is it breaking now the trend line? Is it going to continue, as I was showing here? Is it going to continue pushing up right now? Or is it just the, the volatility for today? Now tomorrow, which is reversal Thursday, is the market going to pull back? Is it going to fall again? Was this just a momentum and or just a little trap to the upside, and now it's going to continue crashing? All those things. Let's see what's going to happen. Okay, let's see what's going to happen tomorrow. What I can tell you from now, from this point at least, is that the market is struggling. It did show a lot of a struggle on the 13,000 psychological level. Okay, so technically means that the market could start looking for new highs, and now start, push, pull back, push, just simply like that, just continuation to the upside. Okay, it's very likely to happen. But of course, we still have the war in Ukraine. We still have the inflation. We still have, let's see, for tomorrow, I believe we still have some earnings report. So things can still get crazy and choppy. So don't just think because we had a push like this and you're thinking, oh my God, I'm going to buy at this point right now. I'm going to hold. I'm going to put my stop loss below here. Be careful. Don't do that, because that may never happen. That may not happen. Okay, a lot of things to consider right now to make entries like that. Okay, fundamentals are fundamentals, news are news. The price will push or skyrocket or melt down based on the actual news. We try to follow. Okay, that's what I'm trying to repeat every single day. We try to follow the price. Today was mainly news. Look at what happened on gold, for example. Look at what happened on gold. I deleted this thing. I deleted it. I'm gonna show you. I believe my entry was right here. Let me show you on the VIP. I'm sorry. I think I deleted that. This is the VIP. When I send it, I think it was his. Yeah, I decided to jump in gold, a small buy. So I made a small buy right there on gold. I was aiming to this point, and look what the market did. The market went down, stopped me out, and then it started pushing and, smashing that TP. So again, it was a crazy day, very hectic. I was showing simply, a breakout of a structure, price pulling back, creating a bullish flag. I know I made an entry early, but that's fine. I knew somehow the direction was gonna go up. I was not thinking the market was gonna be this dirty. Gold tends to be like this. You know, this some type of traps, you know, stopping people out, cleaning stop losses, liquidity grab, whatever you want to call it, and then let's go, baby. That thing is skyrocket after that. So it is what it is. There's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do to prevent this type of traps. You know, it will happen. And it's just that don't get crazy with the lot size, guys. I am not crying right now because I didn't win big with this type of things. I'm not risking. I normally don't risk too much based on my account, okay? So if I know I'm not risking too much, I am not nervous. I'm not scared. I'm not afraid to trade, okay? So you should not be scared. You should be trading just relaxed, okay? So that's basically it. That was pretty much all the entries done, and I hope you guys can catch something you know, of this. If you have some doubts, questions, just leave your comments below. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. If you want to you know, follow me on my free Telegram group, which I do post content there daily, which, by the way, we had this type of crazy things. Now let me tell you, by the way, I don't trade pairs anymore. I don't, but from time to time I like to find the setups. I like to analyze them. All right, to be honest, I really like it, but I don't trade them. And what I do is I send the setups to that group. Okay, so if you're interested on seeing me trade that, not all the time the market is gonna go the direction I want, because you see, even for I'm trying to follow price action all the time. The pairs, you know, the setups as well, they are never gonna work all the time. But I do send this setups pretty much. For example, look at this beautiful odd USD setup that I sent a potential buy. Look at that divergence. The market was creating a channel. I was going on well, this right here is a buy stop right there for those who were interested. And now look at what happened. Look at that breakout today. This was pretty much with the news. The skyrocketing, right? This was the other setup on Australian dollar with the Canadian dollar. So also another buy that I sent them when the market, this was a few days back. This was right here. That was the buy when I sent it. Saw the divergence as well, similar to odd USD, and it did ended up just melting. Sorry, skyrocketing with that nice push, you know, based on the news. So but that's basically it, guys. If you're interested, you want to follow me on my Telegram group, this is the one. All right, I'm sure you will like it. Just leave your comments below. Again, if you have any type of doubts, if you want to check out you know, my program, my mentorship, my bundle that I'm offering, you can just go on the website teamprofitsenglish.com. You will find all the information there. Okay, thanks again, guys, for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy, guys.